Imagine hiking through a quiet valley surrounded by towering mountains. The air is cold, the forest is silent, and nothing seems unusual. Then, hidden among the rocks, you discover the burned body of a woman. Around her are melted bottles, a broken umbrella, and strange personal belongings. There are no signs of a struggle, no identification, no witnesses. At first, investigators believed it was a tragic suicide, but the deeper they looked, the stranger the mystery became. The woman had traveled across Europe using multiple fake identities. She stayed in expensive hotels under different names. She changed her appearance frequently. She carried coded notes that no one could understand. Even today, more than 50 years later, nobody knows who she really was. This is the mystery of the Isdal Woman. On November 29, 1970, a father and his two daughters were hiking through Norway's Isdalen Valley, a place locals often called Death Valley because of the number of accidents and suicides that had happened there over the years. As they walked through the rocky landscape, they noticed something unusual lying between the stones. It was the burned body of a woman. Police arrived within hours. The scene was unlike anything they had seen before. The woman's body had been severely burned. Around her were melted plastic bottles, a broken liquor bottle, burned clothing, and several personal items carefully scattered around the area. Curiously, her jewelry was still on her body. If robbery had been the motive, why would someone leave behind valuable jewelry? The autopsy revealed another disturbing discovery. She had died from a combination of sleeping pills and carbon monoxide poisoning, but investigators couldn't determine whether she had taken the pills willingly, or if someone had forced them on her. Even stranger, there were bruises on her neck that suggested she may have been involved in a struggle before her death. The mystery only deepened. Police searched the surrounding area but found no identification. No passport, no wallet, no documents. It was as if someone had erased her identity completely. Then, investigators made a breakthrough. At the Bergen railway station, they discovered two suitcases that had been left in a luggage locker. The luggage belonged to the unknown woman. Inside were expensive clothes with every label carefully removed. There were wigs, different pairs of glasses, foreign currency from several countries, maps, a notebook filled with strange coded symbols, and a spoon with fingerprints that matched the dead woman. Why would someone remove every clothing label, unless they were trying to hide where the items had been purchased? Experts soon realized the notebook wasn't random. It contained coded travel records, dates, cities, numbers, simple-looking symbols that appeared meaningless until investigators finally decoded them. The notebook revealed that the woman had traveled through Norway, Germany, Switzerland, France, Belgium, and several other European countries. She checked into luxury hotels under different names almost every time. Sometimes she called herself Claudia, sometimes Vera, sometimes Fenella. Each identity came with different handwriting and different stories. Hotel employees later remembered something unusual. She often requested rooms facing parking lots instead of scenic views. She avoided conversations. She paid in cash. She constantly looked over her shoulder. Witnesses said she sometimes moved to another hotel after staying only one night. Others remembered seeing mysterious men meeting her briefly before disappearing. Was she running from someone, or was she working with someone? Investigators soon contacted intelligence agencies across Europe. The Cold War was at its peak. Norway had become strategically important because of NATO military activity. Some detectives began wondering whether the unknown woman had been a spy. Several witnesses claimed they had seen her observing military facilities. Others reported hearing her speak German, French, Dutch, and English fluently. She appeared highly educated. She dressed elegantly. She behaved with extreme caution. Everything about her suggested professional training. Yet no intelligence agency ever admitted knowing who she was. In 2017, nearly 5 decades after her death, Norwegian investigators reopened the case using modern forensic technology. Scientists extracted new DNA samples from her remains. They hoped advances in genetics could finally reveal her identity. The results surprised everyone. Her DNA suggested she may have been born somewhere in southern Europe, possibly near the border between France and Germany. Her teeth told another story. Chemical analysis showed she had spent her childhood in a region completely different from where investigators originally believed. Even after decades, every new clue only made the mystery more complicated. Then another witness came forward. A truck driver claimed he had seen the woman only days before her death. She wasn't alone. According to his statement, she was traveling with 2 well-dressed men wearing dark coats. The conversation appeared tense. The woman looked nervous, but she continued walking with them. Police could never identify the 2 men. Were they intelligence agents? Were they business associates? Or were they the last people to see her alive? Another hotel employee remembered something unusual. Whenever the woman entered a hotel room, she immediately closed the curtains. She checked the hallway before leaving. She rarely allowed housekeeping inside. Sometimes she changed rooms without giving any explanation. These were behaviors commonly associated with surveillance awareness. Former intelligence officers later reviewed the evidence. Some believed she displayed classic espionage tradecraft, using multiple identities, traveling with coded notes, changing her appearance, avoiding predictable routines, removing labels from clothing, paying only with cash. Yet there was still one major problem. No intelligence service ever acknowledged employing a woman matching her description. Not NATO, not Norway, not Germany, not the Soviet Union. Nothing. As years passed, countless theories appeared. Some believed she was a Cold War spy whose mission went terribly wrong. Others believed she was smuggling secret military information across Europe. A few suggested she had become involved with dangerous criminal organizations. There were even theories claiming she staged her own disappearance before someone eventually found her. None of them could be proven. Journalists from around the world traveled to Norway, hoping to solve the mystery. Books were written, documentaries were filmed, podcasts analyzed every clue. Internet communities examined every photograph. Experts debated every witness statement. Still, no answer. Today, the Isdal Woman remains one of the world's greatest unidentified persons. Her face has been reconstructed. Her DNA has been analyzed. Her travels have been mapped. Her coded notes have been decoded. Yet her real name is still missing. Somewhere in Europe, someone may still remember a woman who suddenly disappeared in 1970. A daughter, a sister, a friend, or Perhaps someone has spent decades pretending they never knew her at all. Because if the Isdal woman truly was involved in espionage, the people connected to her may have had every reason to stay silent. And maybe that silence is the biggest clue of all. So what do you think? Was the Isdal woman a spy, or was she simply an ordinary woman whose tragic death became surrounded by impossible mysteries? Let us know your theory in the comments and subscribe to Case X for more true crime stories, unsolved mysteries and investigations that continue to puzzle the world decades later.